I walk with a weighted vest all the time, a 20-pound weighted vest, 5 miles a day, usually 4 to 5 days a week. Here's why I stopped walking with it in the extreme heat and what I'm doing instead. So this summer just kind of popped up on us, right? It's the middle of June, maybe towards the end of June, and it just really hasn't felt like summer. It's been unseasonably rainy here and cold. I mean, we've had the windows open almost every night. And then all of a sudden this heat wave hit the eastern half of the country, and it's like extreme heat setting record-breaking temperatures every day. Now this just started like 3 days ago, and I set out the first day of it, which I didn't really feel like it was that big of a deal. It just felt like pretty humid. And if you hear all this banging in the background, I'm getting new siding put on the side of my place. And anyway, they're here and I never know when they're gonna quit or anything. So I just decided to make a video anyway. So sorry about that. Anyway, I set out to do my walk with my 20-pound weighted vest on. It was Sunday morning and I left at like 8:30 in the morning, and it was, I think it was like 78 degrees. Well, by the time I got back an hour and a half later, it was like 92. So I got on the phone with a friend that I hadn't talked to in a really long time that lives out of state, and I just started talking and walking, and I really hadn't intended to go that far. I was only going to do like 3 miles because it was high humidity and I just wasn't even thinking about it. Well, I got involved in that conversation and not really paying attention, and I just kept walking further and further. And all of a sudden I said to my friend, "Oh my gosh, I'm like 1.5 miles away from home. And I feel like I'm literally dying. I'm so sweaty and I don't know if I'm even gonna make it back with this weighted vest on. It's that hot. I'm that hot." And anyway, I kept going because I was close enough to the house. I knew I'd make it, but I really felt fatigued. And when I got home, I went to take the weighted vest off. Well, it's 20 pounds and you have to pull it up over your head and take it off, okay? Anyway, about an hour later, I started having like this neck pain in the base, right at the bottom of my neck. And it kind of radiated up into my head and got progressively worse throughout the rest of the day. I showered and I just took it easy the rest of the day. But my husband ended up giving me a neck rub followed by a back rub before I went to bed. And the next day I got up and I felt great, but I decided that I wasn't going to stress my body out anymore by putting a weighted vest on and walking. So this morning I got up early and I hit the trail about 6:15. Which is early for me because I'm just not such a morning person. But anyway, I didn't do it with a weighted vest. I thought, you know what? I'm just not going to wear a weighted vest outside anymore because I was really fatigued. And I just felt like doing that wasn't going to really help me. What I think happened was, I think I was so tired and hot and sweaty and just overheated that I think that I slouched on my posture. I'm pretty sure that's what happened. I'm very mindful wearing a weighted vest and wearing one that heavy to always stand up straight and to put my shoulders back. And I tell you what, since I have been wearing a weighted vest, I was really a slouchy person, and now I'm not. I stand up straight and my posture's completely changed. So I really love that about it. I love the way that it boosts strength and bone density. But there's also the dehydration factor when you are out walking in this type of heat. And I don't carry water with me. I never have on a walk. I hydrate before I leave for my walk and I hydrate after. Especially if you're a woman over 50, you're gonna have those fluctuating hormones and hydration and then the heat sensitivity going on. And what I have noticed is I've noticed an elevated heart rate, more so than normal. I definitely fatigue faster. And what I've noticed wearing a weighted vest, my steps per minute or per mile go way down in the heat, where I can walk a lot faster when I'm at a more comfortable temperature. So today I decided that I was going to walk. I was going to do interval walking, and interval walking is pretty much what I like to do is a minute on and then a minute off. So a minute on, walking really fast, and that's usually about 4 miles per hour for me. I'm short. And then I back it down to probably about 2.8 miles per hour. So I did that the whole time I walked this morning. It was 91% humidity. I came back and I was completely drenched. So I just got out of the shower and I was so hot that I didn't blow dry my hair or curl it or anything, because I was just like, I'm not doing any more heat anything. I wear heat wicking clothing, and that's very important for you to do as well. But my best suggestion for you would be to get up early if you want to walk, but not do it with a weighted vest really early in the morning while we're having this extreme heat in the summer. You need to be really mindful, because you don't want to have any type of heat stroke or anything like that, because it's only going to set you back. When you get set back on your fitness journey, when you are women of our age, it's harder to get back on track again. It's not like you're in your 30s and really motivated to do it. So you want to be really mindful of that. And you want to take good care of your body, and you want to listen to your body. I wasn't listening to my body. And so what I would recommend is, if you want to do the weighted vest, that you do it on a walking pad or a treadmill in your house when it's that hot out. I don't like to walk on the treadmill for extended length. I can do it for 5 miles, but I feel like somebody stick a needle in my eye or something, because it's just, walking on a treadmill versus walking outside in nature is so different. And it's just very repetitive, and it's hard to get through it on a treadmill. Now, a lot of you people love the treadmill, and I used to love the treadmill, and my husband kept telling me, go outside, go outside. And I'd say, oh no, I can't control how fast I'm walking, because I can control it on a treadmill. I can set it to a certain speed and know that I'm doing that the whole time, where with outdoor walking, you can't do that. But I was watching my speed on my watch this morning. So you can do it to an extent, but walking outside is just so much more refreshing, and it sets you up for the whole day, in my opinion, versus walking on a treadmill. But however you need to get it done. A lot of people like to walk in the evening. I don't like to do that, because the pavement radiates the heat from the day, and it's just really not refreshing to me. Where if you get up early in the morning before the sun comes up, it's just really refreshing, because that's the coolest part of the day. But my tips for you are, don't wear a weighted vest if it's over 85 degrees. It's just probably not the smartest thing. Also, hydrate before you feel thirsty. So you definitely want to hydrate before you leave for your walk. Very important. And then again, when you get home from your walk, you want to hydrate then as well. Wear moisture wicking clothes. That will help. I mean, a cotton t-shirt, don't do that. That doesn't really help, but you can get quick dry shirts and shorts and things like that that will help you out a lot. And don't push through the heat fatigue that you're feeling. That's never a good idea. So I hope these tips helped you and will keep you safe this summer. I will link to some of my weighted vest videos in the comments below. Walking with a weighted vest is a powerful tool, just not during extreme heat. Stay smart and stay strong, and adapt the workout to your body. Let me know in the comments how you're adjusting your fitness this summer. I'm looking forward to hearing it.